Do you enjoy the news, a good story, or an interesting article from time to time? Well, there are various people from behind the scenes investigating and working hard to make sure that these stories are brought to the public in a creative and entertaining way. The people that bring you these stories are known as journalists. Over the course of this speech, I will cover what being a journalist entails, what I would like to specifically do within the field of journalism, and what makes a quality journalist in my opinion. Understanding what being a journalist entails is one of the first things I researched when I realized this could potentially be something I was interested in. What I basically found was that they investigate stories and tell them in their own words. But there's a little more than this. A journalist must first find an interesting story, which in my opinion is the most difficult part. After finding the story, he must investigate the people involved and understand how the story unfolds to get a good grip on the situation and be able to write a compelling story in his own words. Lastly is to just put the pieces together and compose a story from your point of view with your own unbiased and creative twist. Much like there are many different ways for a journalist to put his own creative spin on a story, there are many different types of journalists within the field of journalism. Being a news journalist is something that does not personally interest me. It's an important job, but that doesn't fit what I want to do, and it doesn't inspire me. The real career path that I have a passion for is photojournalism. I want to tell stories not only through my words, but also through pictures. I want to document adventures and inspire people to pursue outdoor activities through my writing. I've always had a passion for the outdoors, and I've been hunting and fishing since I was a young boy. Being a photojournalist would allow me to combine my two passions of writing and being outdoors into a fulfilling career, which has always been my dream. The last of my three main points is what makes a quality journalist. There are many things that can make someone a quality journalist, but in my opinion, there are two very important factors, which are creativity and voice. Creativity is the most important factor to being a good journalist. You must be able to compose a story in a way that is compelling and holds the interest of your audience. And this is done through being creative and different from your fellow journalist. Voice is a very close second in terms of importance. Your voice is how people hear and read you and your style of writing. You must create your own voice and style that sets you apart from everyone else to become a truly good and unique journalist. Finding out the career path I wanted to take has taken me my whole life. But now that I've found that, I try every day to hone my skills. I try to read good journalists and understand what makes them truly great. Understanding what it is that drives journalists creatively is something that is difficult for me to grasp. So the next time you read a good article or news story, consider the person that was working on that and the time and effort it took to compose that story. Everyone enjoys a good story from time to time, but it is the journalist who gets the most pleasure from his readers. And we must fight to keep journalism alive.